everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing kind of I think it's an exciting video because it's been kind of like hyped up lately that the Kylie palette, so Kylie Jenner copied the Shaaanxo palette, which is this one right here. This one is made, if you don't know who it is, you probably do if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, but she's a New Zealand like beauty vlogger, and she created this palette. So it's got lipsticks on one side, so it's 9 lipsticks, and then on the other side it's 9 eyeshadows. So people are saying, because they do look very similar, that the Kyshadow palette, like Kylie stole it or copied it or whatever. I'm definitely going to get into that in that video. I'm going to do some reviews, swatches, all that stuff. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, please keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe, because sometimes people forget to do that when they click away from my videos. It's the craziest thing. I have no clue. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, keep watching. Okay, first I want to talk about, do I think Kylie Jenner copied the Shaaanxo palette? I will admit that they do look very similar if you kind of stand far back and you're looking at it from a distance. I mean, only about like 3 or 4 are really similar and like the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you look at these, hold on, this is gonna be hard to hold in one thing, but like, yeah, these look the same right here, these kind of reddish ones. This one, I guess people could say that, but it's not really. Like, this is very more like a yellowy orange, and then this one is just straight up orange. Like, it really, those two are not, to me, those two are not the same at all. These two, I mean, that's in like every palette, you guys. And then these two shades, they're pretty much really different. You'll see in the swatches, but if you want to say that they're close, then you could say that. Besides that, I don't really think, oh, and then these two. I'm sorry, yeah, then these two. So besides that, not really. There's only 4 shades, and if you want to say that there's 4 shades that are the same, then you can say that Kylie, like, copied the friggin' L'Oreal palette. Like, no. I mean, look at all these. A lot of those are in the Kylie palette, so I don't know. I just think they look similar. I know the packaging looks similar, but I don't really think that Kylie Jenner copied. I think that her thought process, and this is exactly what this would be my thought process too when I'm creating an eyeshadow palette for the first time and I want a lot of people to buy it and it to be like universal for people. First of all, she always wears like those bronzy eyeshadows. Always. That's who she is. I mean, a lot of us do. A lot of us, most people are gravitating towards like the warm bronze colors for their eyes. I know I do all the time. Like, that's my favorite thing in the world. So when I saw her palette, I was super excited. So, and I think most people were, if you like Kylie Cosmetics and all that jazz. And I am like a diehard, like, I buy everything from her and I'm out of control. But anyway, when I'm thinking of creating a palette, my first thought would be like, well, first of all, what do I like to wear? And second of all, what is like a bestseller? When I think of palettes that are like the best sellers in the makeup community, immediately my mind goes to the Morphe 350, which constantly sells out and sells out and sells out. So I would probably want to do something along those lines because it obviously has been proven to work. It sells. All people love it. So, not all people, but most people love it. So I would probably, as a creator of a makeup palette and all that stuff and just personal preference, I totally get why Kylie, you know, came up with all these colors. I love the color selection of this one. I'm gonna get into what shadows I do like from this palette and what shadows I don't really like. I do like most of them. I do. I'll talk about it though. So I'll show you guys swatches in a second here, but I just want to quickly talk through. So like this shadow right here is pretty good. I like it a lot, actually. I think it is pretty pigmented, and usually these shadows are kind of, I don't know, I like that it's super pigmented like that, and I like to use it as like a base because I did my makeup today. Hold on, let me show you. And if you guys want a tutorial, I mean, I'll do it, but we'll see. Gotta ask. Yeah, so I love this shade right here. And I think it's awesome. It's super pigmented, awesome. This shade right here, it totally sucks. Like, that shadow sucks. It just doesn't show up. And even if you want to use it for like a brow highlight, or it's like not enough for me, you know. And if you're paying, this is $42, but then it goes up to, with shipping and handling, it goes up to like $50 usually. That's how much it was for me. So $50 palette, you can't have bad shades if you're going to charge that much when there's alternatives, which I'll talk about. But yeah, I hate that shade. But this one, I saw somebody else say that this is a little bit patchy. I don't really agree with that so much, because when you finger swatching is one thing, but on your eyes and how it performs on your eyes is a lot different. So I don't think that this one swatches the best, but I do think it is good on your eyes for whatever reason. I like to use this one underneath my eye, and I have used this palette for a few days. I've used it for the past 3 days in a row, so I do think this one looks amazing under your eyes. It's really flattering, actually, and it kind of takes away, like, when it gets too warm under there, I think people kind of look sick sometimes. So this one kind of balances out, like, if you put too much of that orange under your eye, it kind of balances it out and makes it look less sickly. So that's what I like about that one. This one's okay. I think maybe if you use, like, MAC Fix Plus, like, I would use MAC Fix Plus with both of these two shades. I just don't think they're anything spectacular. And you can find, like, this one is, there's one in the L'Oreal palette that's, like, exactly the same as this one. So I'm just like, oh, okay. If L'Oreal can make a shadow that's, like, the same pigmentation as this, Kylie, you can do better, because we're paying a lot of money for this 9 eyeshadow palette. So this orange shade I love. It is amazing. It is, I seriously, like, it just turns your look in so warm, but it just blends out amazing. I love it. Yeah, I use it as a transition shade all the time. I brought it like all the way in and on my crease, and it was perfect. I love it. I've been using this shade. This one's good too. I don't think it's as pigmented as the orange shade, but I like it for the crease again, and I like it from under my eye. It looks beautiful. And all of these shades too, like all of these, they actually all look, they like really work together. I've noticed, like, it really comes out to look pretty with all, because I use all of these shades on my eyes and this one too, and I think it came out amazing, and it has for the past few days I've been using it. It comes out good every time. So I think that the selection was really smart of how she picked it out, because it does look really pretty together. This shadow, again, I like it. It's pretty good. She did a really good job, actually, I think, with like her these mattes. I don't think the black is pigmented enough, honestly, but I think that she did do a good job with this one. I think it blends out pretty good. I really like this shade too. It's super pigmented when it comes off with your brush, and it just like, but it blends out really nice. So I think that it is an awesome shade. I love it. You can use it as like an eyeliner. I used it under my eye in the outer corner, and then I used it also kind of like out in the outer V. So I didn't use the black today. I don't think it's as black as I wish it was. Like Makeup Geek Corrupt is really good, and that one like is super blendable and all that stuff. And then and like pigmented, and this one is just not it for me, but it is maybe good for like if you want it to be a little bit smokier and not so deep. But I really wish it was a little bit, you know. Overall, I like the palette, but do I think that it's worth the money? I would say it's worth the money if you're a diehard Kylie Jenner fan and you love Kylie Cosmetics and you have the money to buy this. I would say totally get it, because I will keep using this. I totally will. I'll probably bring it with me when I travel too, because these are shades that I personally gravitate towards. The only thing is that I will say that most of these shades besides the black, all of these shades besides the black are in the Morphe 350. Let me just show you really quick. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this up here. I cannot hold all of this stuff in my hand right now. Okay, so like this one right there, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, this one right, I already said that, didn't I? This one right here, or this one right here. And then it just doesn't have a black, so, oh, and then this one is pretty similar to this one, except this is more pigmented, like, and then this one is more pigmented too. So I'm just like, you get all of these shadows, and you get all of these, except you don't have a black, which kind of makes me sad about the Morphe 3x0. That's my only tick about the Morphe 3x0, because I wish that one had more, I wish it had a black. Then it would be a perfect palette for me. It drives me crazy because like the shimmers in this palette are so much better than in this palette. So this one is like, crap. Can somebody leave in the comments, or I'll look it up and I'll link it. I'll put it on the screen, but this one is like in the 20s or something like that. It's like super cheap for all of these eyeshadows. You get all the same ones except for the black, like I said, but like these are more pigmented. So, and they're the same pigmentation as like the mattes in Kylie's palette. So I did, the other day I did my eyes, one eye with this palette, one eye with the other palette. It came out exactly the same. The only thing I will say is that maybe like the orange shadow in the Kylie palette is a little bit better than the one in here, and it's a teeny bit more orange, but who really cares, right? I mean, I would get this one if you're on a budget, if you don't really care about Kylie Cosmetics and Kylie Jenner, and you don't really care about any of that stuff, you just want to save money but you want to get the same looks, and you really like warm and you haven't got this yet, I would say just use this one. It's really, really good. To kind of go back to, I know I titled this video Kylie shadows versus Shaaanxo shadows. I'll do swatches of both of them. Honestly though, when I got, especially when I saw them online and I was like, wow, those look really similar, and Shannon tweeted like a picture of them side by side, and like the little Kermit and the tea, whatever, and I know that she's not trying to, I love Shannon. I think she's like the best. I love her, well, I love her makeup tutorials actually the most of any like makeup tutorials that are on YouTube. But yeah, I don't think she was trying to say that they're honestly exactly the same. They do look very similar packaging wise. I mean, she's got a mirror, this one doesn't. That's kind of awesome. Plus she's got all the lipsticks on the back. Mine smells a little bit weird, which is very off-putting, which is why I really haven't used it. I don't know if that's just mine, but I don't know. If these are really, you can't really create the same looks with both of these that you can create with this one. I would say this is more for somebody who likes, there's some more cool shades in this one, and then there's like a duochrome in here, which is really cool. And this one goes for $22, and this one is, like I said, it's $42, but you get, the shipping makes it $50. So yeah, I will kind of talk about this one, the pigmentation of these two. This is the BH Cosmetics palette, and I like the, I honestly really like the pigmentation of these a lot better, like especially the shimmers. Wow, you really can't see that at all. I'll show you swatches, don't worry. But yeah, like this one is like a duochrome, and it's kind of reminds me of like the MAC Blue Brown. So yeah, I really like this one. I think that this is definitely for a different person though, so definitely pay attention to my swatches when I put them up. It's definitely different looks that you create. It's not even anywhere close to, like I could never create what I did here with this, so I wouldn't say that they're really copied or anything like that. Anyway, I really want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments of this video. I want to know like what you guys think. It's okay to disagree with me if you want to, but let me know if you're going to buy the Kylie palette, if you want to sit through the hassle of having to get on there 1 minute before it launches and like keep refreshing your page. It's like crazy to me. So anyway, let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on my social media. I'm always on there. I'm always posting stupid stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
I was so much younger yesterday. Yeah, yeah. So much younger yesterday.